A sign of desperation. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Now I thought we'd have a look at a recently published release from Roy Morgan. Now this is an interesting one because I, as many of you know, am a fan of Dave Ramsey. And if you're not familiar with him, he's a Baptist Southern American type of no-nonsense, get-you-out-of-debt character. One thing he hates, well, probably I don't know if he hates timeshares more, but are credit cards, getting rid of credit cards. And it's something that you don't really need. These days, you can get an FPOS card, which has the Visa or MasterCard or whatever, tappity, so you can help push forward that cash ban everyone wants by never using cash, and get all of the convenience of using a credit card to make purchases. It's just using your money and not someone else's money. Now, I know people will make arguments how they'll use the credit cards to pay later and jerry-rig all these things to avoid or pay off their home faster. All these really overly convoluted and complicated ways you think you can beat the system. Awesome. Great for you if you can. Majority of us probably can't. Don't have the time, energy to, go down that path. And that's the danger, because the banks know most people will just go tappity-tap on the credit card and you'll start building up. Essentially you're paying interest for stuff you shouldn't be. You're paying interest to buy your Cocoa Pops for your breakfast. Now, I'm quite happy. We finally got rid of the last credit card we had. I had a $500 limit one for the business, and it took a while because we both had to go into the bank to get rid of it, but that's it. We've done it. We've achieved that. Got rid of all of it, and I'm I'm really happy actually now. I don't even think about it anymore. I mean, that's a whole monthly debt, monthly repayment that you don't need. You don't need once you get out of the habit of using this. So let's have a look at this press release. So, over 1 in 3 Australian credit card holders rely on credit to make ends meet. Now, they're obviously a third. Over a third of them are not using the points and the systems and the free 45 days, which goes out the window if you have to pay a cash advance. And you're just using it to make ends meet. So this is not a good sign. Is this a sign of how things are getting a bit worse for wear at the moment? New research from Roy Morgan's single source reveals a surprising financial reality for many Australians. While credit card holders are generally better off than the average Australian, more than 1 in 3, 36%, still leave part of their credit card debt unpaid each month. So, Australian credit card holders have higher incomes than non-credit card holders. Their median annual personal income is over $20,000 higher, $20,000 higher. There you go, guys. You want to get on the credit card bandwagon? Actually, let me know in the comments if you have a credit card or if you've cut loose from it, gotten rid of it. Nevertheless, more than 1/3, 36% of credit card holders leave credit card debt unpaid at the end of each month. This equates to an estimated 2.4 million Australians, or 11% of the adult population. Among the 2.44 Australians who don't pay off their credit card each month, the median amount owed is $1,037. Those with greater ongoing living expenses tend to owe more. Chart 1, with more owed by mortgage payers and renters than those by owning the home outright. Well, I wonder if you're having to get a cash advance to make ends meet. An estimated 423,000 Australians leave an unpaid credit card debt each month of over $5,000. This equates to 2% of the Australian adult population and 6% of credit card holders. That's going to add up. You're not paying a tiny bit of interest here. It's not like a home, a house. You're paying a decent bit of interest on this. Let me know in the comments what's the interest rate on credit cards now. Is it still around 20%? I know it's bullshit. So you can see here. So the worst ones are those with a mortgage. So I wonder if people are using credit cards to pay their mortgage. That's, I I mean, this just screams stress. This just screams stress. To me, this reminds me of years ago when we had business credit cards and we'd have to take money out on it because a huge invoice didn't come in, and just to keep the cash flow going. And it was quite a stressful situation to be in, playing those type of games. Sure, you could pay it off, times here and manage it here and juggle it here, but it's so much easier once you get out of this system. Once you break free from it and you don't have to worry about it. That's one less thing to make you stressful. So if you've got a credit card, I'd encourage you, find a plan, make a strategy of how you can wean yourself off using it. And I know you get the points and the flybys and all the stuff, but I mean, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? 1 in 7, 14% of credit card holders access buy now, pay later services. Not only do credit card holders who have greater ongoing living expenses leave larger amounts unpaid on their credit card each month, but they are also more likely to have access buy now, pay later in an average 4 weeks. Buy now, pay later usage is higher among credit card holders than that rent, 22%, or pay a mortgage, 16%, than among those who own the home outright. So what this is telling me, people who are renting or have a mortgage may be having trouble to meet those requirements, to meet the payments. So they're shifting other things onto buy now, pay later, or onto their credit card to shift all the money to the mortgage. I mean, that's a reasonable assumption there. Mortgage repayments have gone up. Everything's getting more expensive. Now, essentially, then you're paying interest on your groceries and your cost of living. I mean, this buy now, pay later stuff, I mean, it's a weird business. How many of them have not made any profit? Remember back during the pandemic times when their shares were skyrocketing and it was the new thing. So we can have a look here at some of their quotes. Yep, they're talking about the same thing here. These latest findings come from the Roy Morgan Single Source Survey, driven from in-depth interviews with over 60,000 Australians each year. So there you go. So let's have a bit of a reflection and a chat about this one, guys. So there we have it. Over a third, 36%, 1 in 3 Australians are not paying off their credit cards every month. Renters and those with mortgages are more likely to, statistically, more of them are getting into this situation. Is this a sign of desperation? Is this manifesting because of the higher interest rates? The economy is starting to play up a bit. Inflation continues to go up. Power prices, remember when power was meant to be cheaper? It's never going to get cheaper. It's not going to get cheaper. So here we go. I mean, the advice I can give to people is to find a way to get out of this habit of using these tools, these financial instruments. You may trick yourself into thinking that you're getting a benefit from it, but if you're not paying everything off within that period, you need to look at the opportunity cost of that, because they're making money. They're making good bloody money. Think of all the shares you could buy in MasterCard with all the interest you're paying every month that's getting slipped out of your hands. I mean, makes you wonder should credit cards even be allowed for people until you reach a certain age. Maybe we need to lift it to 31. But so many people just need it. And now even with the FPOS, every single transaction, bip, 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 1% here, 0.5% there. It adds up. That's why they want the cash ban, guys. It's to monitor and to make money off every transaction. Anyway, take care. Have a great day. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.